Well, what a lovely day. So I think I'm going to do this in two bits because I've got quite a lot to do today. So I'm going to show you what I actually get up to when the camera's turned off, because a lot of channels, not knocking them or anything, because I watch quite a lot of YouTube channels, but none of them seem to do weeding. And I'm weeding today, so I've got some massive jobs to do because I've got ground to prep as well to get me my squashing and my pumpkins. They're very hungry plants, so I've got some manure, so I'm going to put that down. But a lot of it's going to be weeding, putting cardboard down to suppress weeds because I don't do like the dig thing, but keeping on top of it and keeping it maintained. And then I've got some bits and bobs to plant out as well, but nothing major. But it's all about maintaining the allotment today. But I don't know how long this footage is going to be, so we'll see how we go. But if it's too long, then I'll split it into two, because there's nothing worse than sitting watching 2 episodes of weeding. I don't want to do that, but I want to show you that having an allotment isn't about just walking on and planting your crops and then just watering them occasionally and then coming back and harvesting them, because it's hard work. It's not easy, and I want you to see that it's not easy before you actually choose to get an allotment. So let's crack on. Busy day. First of all, I need to fill my kettle. Let's get that done first. Right, so I've got my list out on my phone. Right, so I've got to, I can't even see it. Wait, I ain't got my gigs on. So I've got to do a massive weed. So I know I need to do that to keep it maintained. There's a lot of weeds popping up, so I need to sort that out today. I need to prep the pumpkin area. So that's going to be at the other end, next to where I planted the corn. So they can sprawl there because I never walked down that end. So I'm going to prep all that with manure today. That's what I'm going to do. And then I need to create a baby boo climbing structure. So I've got this archway here, so I don't know whether to move it over and put the baby boos in this corner here. So anyway, I'll have a think about that as I go along. I need to put string around my arches because they're reaching out now. The beans are reaching out, so they need something to climb on, something to cling on. So I need to do those. My polytunnel needs cleaning out. Now I've got some bags of compost that I bought cheap. I went to get grow bags and they're sold out, can you believe it? So I'm going to put some bags of compost in there, and I'm going to grow stuff in the polytunnel that doesn't grow too well in the sun. So doesn't get the sun in this corner. It's shaded because there's loads of trees behind. So I'm going to do that as well. So I'm going to sort out the polytunnel. Prep area. Yeah, so I'm going to prep this area outside the polytunnel as well and weed that. And that's my list of stuff to do today. So let's crack on with that. So hiding underneath your weeds will be these little critters. So this is why you need to keep all your borders tidy. So I'm going to take all these weeds up so they've got nowhere to hide. The others can stay, but that big in the middle can go. Put it on the compost heap, that's where it's supposed to be. It can do its job there. Right, so I've bought that farmyard manure, so you can buy it by the bag. That's 50-litre bag. So this area here, with this beautiful comfrey in the middle, I think I'll leave that there. All the rest of it, I'll pull the big bits out, and then I'm going to put cardboard down, and then the manure on top, and then what I'll do is I'll water it in, just to soften the cardboard underneath so that it starts to the process of rotting down, and just really get it ready. So Iris is all popped up there. But I think these end ones are the worst because of all the weeds from the plot next door. And I'm putting sunflowers all along that edge there. But I need my sunflowers to be a bit more established before I put them in, or else they're not going to survive. Right, so I'll do this next. Let's get this bit done. Right, I think we're ready for the manure. Let's get some skizzers. Oh, it's gone on my feet. Nice, now my feet are going to smell of poo. Right, so that's all done there. Big bucket of weeds there, so I'll put that on the compost heap. And that's all ready for the pumpkins now. So they've got a lot of nutrition in that, and I will feed them on top of that as well because they are really hungry. Right, let's move on to more weeding. This is what happens with bindweed. It just wraps itself around your netting, so you've got to keep on top of it. You probably will never get rid of it. See, I've not put cardboard on this area. This was supposed to be my flower bed, but weeds just take over on this side. It's a bit neglected, that's why I said if I put my pumpkins here on this side, then they can sprawl because I don't walk up here. It's a bit dangerous for me. So let's give this a bit of a tidy up. And pull all these little naughty things, we'll pull them out. So last year I was given 2 rose bushes, both of them looked dead. So I planted them both anyway. One I've just cut down because it's obviously dead, but the other one here has sprung to life. So I'm really happy about that. You know, my dad loved roses. Our garden was full of roses, that's all I can remember as a kid. So I'm going to put some bark down here. Try and suppress these a little bit. toy, aren't you? So I'm sat here just pondering and listening to nature and being at one with the world. And I looks down and I spots it. And look, let me zoom in. There it is. There's the beans. So from flower to that, they're broad beans. So I've got spotted my first beans coming up. That's great, so happy. How tiny they are.